5 4 3 2 1 0 plus 5 seconds liftoff normal. The global race for space is heating up. The countdown for India's Chandrayaan3 to land on the moon has begun. It has left the Earth's orbit and its next stop is the moon. It's another big win. ISRO launched 7 satellites from Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh and in the U.S. A mission by NASA has blasted off into space. While we often watch what's happening on Earth, here's a look at what's happening beyond. In July, India's mission to the moon grabbed the world's attention. Chandrayaan3 successfully lifted off from Andhra Pradesh and thousands gathered to witness its historic launch. The mission is now inching closer towards the moon. It has successfully completed orbiting the Earth and it's just hours away from entering the moon's orbit. ISRO hopes to land the mission on the moon as early as August 23, and if all goes well, India will become the 4th country in the world to achieve a soft landing on the moon. Only 3 countries have managed to do so. Chandrayaan3 will then explore the moon's south pole, making India the first country in history to reach there. The mission success will mark a huge milestone for India. Days after Chandrayaan3 was launched, ISRO added another feather to its cap. Its PSLV-C-56 rocket blasted off into space from the Satish Dhawan Space Center. It was carrying 7 Singaporean satellites, and within just half an hour they were perfectly placed into orbit. One of the most important satellites on board the rocket was the DSR. Look at the satellites launched. This launch has boosted India and Singapore's space partnership. Singapore, though, is not the only country that India has launched satellites for. ISRO has launched a whopping 431 foreign satellites for over 30 countries. India's $8 billion space economy is clearly booming, and with 4 more missions lined up for this year, India is on track to become a space superpower. Coming to the final big development, NASA's latest mission lit up the night sky as it lifted off from Virginia. It's set to deliver science snacks and supplies to the International Space Station. This mission was carried out for NASA by the leading defense company Northrop Grumman. Its Antares rocket launched into space with a spacecraft called Cygnus. It's carrying over 3,700 kgs of supplies, from medical studies to a new water dispenser to artwork by students. Here's a look at its contents. This is the company's 19th cargo mission to the ISS. Now, what is the International Space Station? Home to astronauts and cosmonauts for over 2 decades. The ISS is a massive spacecraft orbiting the Earth. It's as big as 2 Boeing 747s and weighs over 400 kilograms. In this space laboratory, astronauts conduct scientific experiments and make groundbreaking contributions to tech and medicine. It also has a gym where astronauts work out for at least 2 hours a day. That's all for the news from out there. But India's eyes will be glued to the stars this weekend as Israel looks to complete its moon mission. Music. I think we can all agree that freedom of expression is not limitless. Your words have consequences, your actions have fallouts, so the line must be drawn somewhere. The only question is where. So there are upgrades across the board. All 3 defense services are getting bigger and more lethal weapons, and this is the need of the hour. China's build-up on the border remains a concern. 38 months and counting. Indian